I don't know if you can hear me, but I made it across. It's really bad here, Verlaine. I think there's something here.
Hey there, Spectrum. Hello to you. It's going really good, thank you. How's things going with you? Welcome to another stream of Alien Isolation. So we got up to chapter 13. We'll be finishing the game today. You're going pretty well? That's awesome. That's good to hear. As always, on a Tuesday for me, there's going to be 2 separate streams. So I'll stream this and then take a break and then come back with, well, I'm expecting to finish this game in this stream and then start the next game in the next stream, but I don't yet know what the next game's going to be because I haven't decided yet, but there's 2 that I've got that I want to do. I just don't know which one I'm going to do first. So I think what I'm going to do is probably I was going to set up a community challenge, 2 of them, 1 for each game. But then I thought, I don't know how that's going to work because it's a bit hard to figure out that because usually it's for one thing and all that kind of stuff. And I kind of was like, if I do it that way, then some people who don't really care for doing that might not want to do that and then might feel it's unfair that they couldn't, you know, put a quote-unquote vote to it, so to speak. So I think what I'll do is I'll just basically have it as a poll, but it's probably best to do it at the end of the stream, I think, to do a poll for the next game. But in any case, I'll do that when we get to the point where I finish this game. But that's the plan anyway. The 2 games are Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, and the other one is A Plague Tale: Innocence. And I've already played through the sequel to A Plague Tale: Innocence, called Requiem. So when I do play that first game, I won't be following it up with another playthrough of the second one. But they're the 2 options: Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice and A Plague Tale: Innocence as well. So I think that's probably the best way to do it, is wait till I finish the stream, finish the game, and then do a poll. Just like a standard poll, like I would for other sorts of things. Spectrum, you'll probably be asleep. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, it's a bit hard too because with the voting and the poll, it can only be active during a stream, so unfortunately you can't set it up like that. However, I just remembered, I can't remember, I don't know why I didn't think of this. A straw poll, I can do that. I just remembered those things. So, what I'll do is create a straw poll. Spectrum, but you don't know anything about either of those games. Yeah, so Hellblade is about a picked warrior named Senua, and she's on a quest to save the soul of her dead lover who was killed by the Vikings when they invaded their village. The thing about that game is it's very heavy, like there's a lot of audio stuff in it. They actually consulted a lot of people who have experienced, multiple forms of, things like schizophrenia or sensitivity to sounds and lights and all that kind of stuff. And and people who have experience with, you know, hearing voices and things like that. And so the character, as you go through the game, is constantly being bombarded by these characters called the Furies, who are basically voices in her head that sometimes encourage, but other times will actually discourage, but other times at the same time also be sort of like mocking Senua sometimes, but also sometimes being very supportive of her. So it's kind of one of those games where there's a lot going on in that regard. So with that game, there's definitely a lot of stuff in it that goes beyond just a normal experience. So for some, it might be a bit overwhelming and stuff like that. Then you have A Plague Tale Innocence, which is about this sister and her brother, and it's during the times of the Spanish Inquisition. And basically, you have to escape from being captured, and you have like this slingshot as a weapon. So it's another third-person sort of game, and you have to protect your brother as you go through the game and try to find a cure for a disease that he's suffering from. So that's what those two games are. Hey there, Ryu. How's things going, dude? So, straw poll. Put the title game to replace Alien Isolation. Yep, so I want multiple choice. Alright, so option 1. I'll do it in alphabetical. And option 2, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. Okay, so set end date. Alright, so the end date will be today, but even straw polls, that's not going to work because I can't set a specific time and stuff. Oh well, I think what I'll do is just basically wait until the end of the stream and then do the voting process, because it's just too hard to try and figure out a way with a straw poll, because I won't be streaming, like I won't be waiting a full day to get a result, because once I finish Alien Isolation today, then in that next stream that I do later, I'll be doing the next game as well. So I think the easiest thing for me to do really is just basically have here we go, add some rewards. Alright, so Geez, what am I gonna word it as? Hang on, I'll be right back. That's okay, Spectrum. I'm actually going to do it as a channel reward thing. So yeah, but thank you so much for being here as well. I hope that you have a good one. Ryu, going well? Oh, that's good. That's awesome to hear, dude. Hey there, Templar. Welcome. I hope it's going well. So if you refresh your feed, there'll be two new channel points rewards. Hellblade and Plague Tale Innocence to choose to be the next game after Alien Isolation. So there's only one redemption per user. So that means that once you actually use your channel points to either choose Hellblade or to choose a Plague Tale Innocence, then that's your quote-unquote vote casted for it. That's probably the best way that I can actually do it. And then obviously the one that has the most redeems will be the one that actually wins. They drew first blood. Not me. Oh shit. I'm in the wrong franchise. Help. I'm in a Rambo movie. I need to be in Terminator 1. Help. Thanks for redeeming that, Templar. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. How's things going? Hey, Maxi. Thank you so much for choosing Hellblade. So that's one vote for that. So that's good. Thank you so much for doing that, Maxi. That was probably the best way I could figure to do it, because community challenge, I thought, too complex. And then I thought straw poll, and I'm like, you can't set what day, like what time you want it to end. So I was just like, bugger it. I'll just do 2 channel points rewards, and whichever one gets the most, then I'll actually choose that as the next game. But whatever game gets chosen first, ultimately, the other game will still be played. So I'm still going to play both games. Now, one thing I just need to do now is just set up a pinned message. Spectrum, thank you so much for redeeming the Hellblade. Thank you so much for that. So that's another vote. So when this stream ends, I'll count up all the votes by number of how many redeems per one is actually done, and then that'll be how we do it. It was Spectrum, yeah, that was the first one that I described. Alright, so I've just pinned a message up the top too for people who will be coming into the stream. Next game after Alien Isolation. Redeem either Plague Tale, Innocence or Hellblade as the next game, and the number of redeems for each game will be tallied, and the one with the most redeems wins. There we go. I should actually set up a message about it too. Sorry about this, everyone. I wasn't actually 100% sure how I was going to do this. Otherwise I would have done it before the stream. Alrighty then. I just realized that, of course, because I wasn't pressing any buttons, the controller turned off. Okay. Templar, it was good until you got in this lobby of Rainbow Six. You don't know how or why, but you're on a PS4 and you're in a PC lobby. That is strange. I don't know how that would happen. That's weird. Maxi, nice one. Loves some Hellblade. Me too as well, Maxi. Yeah, I've been hankering to play it again, even though the last time I did was in October. But yeah, I thought that I would play that and also Plague Tale Innocence, because A Plague Tale Innocence had those issues with the dialogue audio and cutscenes that at the time I didn't know how to fix, but now that I do, I can actually play that game. And after I finished playing Control, I was like, I might stick with the theme for a little bit. Play games where you play as a female character as the main protagonist. And so that's why in Mass Effect I chose FemShep, and then you've got this game with Amanda Ripley, and then Plague Tale with Amicia, and then Hellblade with Senua. And then maybe I can time it right so that I can jump into my Resident Evil Remake marathon, and of course play as Jill first in Resident Evil 1 Remake, and then, you know, play as Chris and that. So that would be the end of that current theme. Sometimes I like to do that, have a theme between each game that I choose. Templar, you're gonna get ripped off, roasted, seasoned, served with a side of mashed potatoes, and served with a fine French wine, and that would be your head getting taken off by an assault rifle. Sounds like a lot of fun. Templar, so as you type this message, it's just you and another guy left with the enemy team, still all alive, and you've got no plan. You gotta have a plan. Hey there, Code. Thank you for redeeming Plague Tale Innocence as your vote. Maxi, yeah, you're going to play women protagonists for March as part of International Women's Day. Oh, that's a good idea, Maxi. Yeah, because that's the thing, right? Like, there's so many cool games that have female protagonists as well. I think there's some that get overlooked as well, because a lot of people just think, oh yeah, Lara Croft, Samus, and, you know, Jill Valentine, or Claire Redfield, or Ada Wong, you know, from Resident Evil. But there's so many other games that have a lot of, you know, really cool female characters as the main character, either as the sole protagonist or as an option, you know, in the game. So that's kind of cool. Alright, so that's that collected. Templar, well, you lost, but you took 2 of them with you using your LMG with a plate magazine. Well, that's awesome that you did. Code will play Saints Row 4 and can do a man and a woman's day at the same time. Grin. Oh, so that's a game that allows that choice. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize. I haven't actually played any of the Saints Row games, to be honest. So I wasn't sure about things like that in it.
I'll bet.
So it's the classic, you have to give your weapons away. Hey there, Matthew. I hope things are going well. Code, you guessed 2077 does the same. Yeah. Yeah, that's a game that I do intend to play, and now I can decide eventually whether I want to get it for the Xbox or the PlayStation. Whichever's cheapest. I have to remember that, not to buy any new games yet. And that makes me think too, I should actually, because I haven't set it up yet. I need to do that so I can basically see, because if I can get
Ricardo, the way-in's blocked off.
The schematics they use for the Sevastopol sales tour should be nearby. See if there's a back door.
but I have to wait and see what things cost what. Templar, when in doubt, just shoot your gun randomly with zero discrimination. That would definitely work. I haven't played the Bioshock series.
Okay, let's see. There's a power conduit that links to the Apollo core. I can use that.
You think you'll fit?
Turn off the electrics, take some deep breaths, squeeze. Easy.
I'm not coming up there to pull you out if you get stuck.
Ricardo's a really cool character. It's a shame that he gets killed though, but that line that he said there was so funny. If you get stuck, I'm not coming out to, to help you. I didn't take 4930. I didn't take it. Pay attention of the code. Templar, they're so good. Sadly, the series has remained dormant for almost 10 years now. So that's really how long it's been.
Live conduit's gonna hurt though, right?
I'll have to power it down first.
Maxi, already, Roger, got to head off to work again. Day 2 of 3, working super early. Here you go. Hope you have a great stream. Thank you so much, Maxi. I definitely will, dude. And that's understandable for sure. I hope that things go well with work. Thanks once again for stopping in before you get to work. I appreciate it. Want to highly recommend people check out Maxi if you haven't before. He's doing a playthrough of The Last of Us Part 1. Doing something a bit different though. He's actually playing it in conjunction with watching the series. Not streaming the series, but actually watching the series when a new episode comes out. And then when he plays the game next, actually playing up until that episode in the story. So doing like a parallel, I guess it's a parallel Last of Us experience, I guess, is what you could call it. Where he's playing the game, but also, you know, experiencing the show. So it's kind of like, you know, if you were to watch the show yourself and you tune into Maxi streaming the game, that, you know, you could probably talk about, you know, things that happen in the episode and stuff like that. But yeah, highly recommend Maxi for that content, but also because he's a great streamer. Very entertaining, very funny as well. Has a lot of really funny channel points rewards, both visual and audio ones as well. And he's also a fan of Final Fantasy, but also games like the Deus Ex series, also Assassin's Creed. He's currently playing through that series, taking a break from it to actually play Last of Us Part 1, but the game that he's actually up to next in that series is Assassin's Creed Syndicate. So yeah, highly, highly recommend if you haven't checked out his channel before. Code, they kind of did finish Bioshock story loop, did they? Okay, so there is like an end to it, is there? That's okay, Maxi. Absolutely no worries for the shout out, buddy. More than happy to give you one, dude. Templar, you think the devs from the original game are making a Bioshock-esque game? Damn, your sister is texting you at 11 PM asking what theme you want for your party. The fuck is her life on a Monday night? The joys of siblings. You're turning 25, not 72. You never know. You might wake up one morning and you're 72. No.
Ricardo, conduit's offline for now.
I've pulled up the Apollo schematics here. It looks like you can get to the access through the turbine shaft. There'll be an emergency shut-off nearby, but it won't stay off forever. You have to get inside quickly.
I think it was this way. Ah! Fucking hold the bloody left control stick in, Rod. Jesus Christ. Amateur hour.
Turbines off. Way should be clear.
Better run. If Apollo systems overheat, they'll reboot.
Oops.
This is gonna be tight.
Good luck. Ripley, you're getting deeper into Apollo and your radio signal's getting faint. I'm gonna lose you soon.
Great. Just keep them crossed for me, huh?
There's gonna be lots of Joes down there, Rip. Could be dangerous.
Samuel sacrificed himself so I could get here. I've gotta try.
I thought he was a pretty nice guy for a synthetic.
Me too. Ricardo, main entrance is locked. Any idea what to do next?
I can't hardly hear you, Ripley. Your signal's just faint. Fixed faint.
Ricardo? For God's sake. If you can hear me, find another way to make contact. Something's up with my earpiece.
Templar, it does have a story loop, but it's a complete mindfuck, and it takes a bit more analysis to fully understand, does it? But you definitely recommend them if you enjoy the horror genre. Yeah, there's just some games where you have to experience it and then, you know, see if it's gonna make sense. Templar series consists of Bioshock 1, 2, Minerva's Den, Infinite Burial at Sea episodes 1 and 2. Ah, I didn't realize there was that many like extra content for it. Like with all series that I haven't played before, like when I do get to it, there's no guarantee that I'll play through the entire series one after the other straight away. But you never know. This whole part can be very, very, very fucking annoying. Templar, Minerva's Den was pretty cool. Minerva. Can't help but think of Assassin's Creed, even though I know Minerva was a name that was used before Assassin's Creed. Only thing it doesn't have autosave, so you have to do it in one playthrough. Ah, okay, the Minerva's Den. It's quite a challenge. It's only like an hour and a half, I see. Ah, you prick. Their fucking peripheral vision goes around corners, these fucking assholes. This whole part can be annoying because you don't have any weapons, and the suits that the androids are now wearing are resistant to things like the stun baton and the EMP grenades as well. So the game forces you to basically use stealth and dodge when discovered.
Left hemisphere server banks now active. Right hemisphere server banks now active.
Templar Minerva's Den is just one-off story. During the events of the main story, stars a different character, Minerva's Den, completely cut off from the rest of the city, helps wrap up another important side character story arc. I see. That's good when DLCs can do that.
We don't forget the little details when seeing the big picture.
Templar, as for Infinites, it's a whole other beast. One-off story, plays a major role in the entire series as a whole and connects everything.
Always know a working job.
Okay. If I power these up, one of them should give me access to Apollo's security banks.
One of us, we have got Sevastopol safety protocols.
That must lead into the core. Can't do anything without power.
Don't forget the little details when seeing the big picture. I'm going to catch you. This area is restricted, and I know you're here. You are making me waste company time.
Templar's weird, alternate dimension shit, one-off story, grand scheme of series mythos. In the end, the story is connected to all loose ends. Well, that's good that they did that.
I'm sure this is a misunderstanding. I will find you, you know. You are making me waste company time. Looking for you is wasting valuable company time. There you are. Please, calm down.
Motherfuckers, I forgot about that. Cunts. Hate these fucking androids in this fucking part of the game.
Something amiss. I heard that.
Okay. If I power these up, one of them should give me access to Apollo's security banks. That must lead into the core. Can't do anything without power.
Don't run.
Fucking cunt asses. Fucking sick of them. This playthrough has been a fucking pain with these assholes.
This could require my attention.
Okay. If I power these up, one of them should give me access to Apollo's security banks.
Temple, I love how in this game those things are a genuine threat, but in Fireteam Elite you just blast them away like they're garbage. Until the androids start having guns and flamethrowers, then they're actually a credible threat. Not even close to the xenomorphs though, those fuckers will just swarm you to death. Androids will be more precise by taking cover and only rushing when your team leaves an opening to them. Ah, I see. Yeah, I guess that fits in with the approach of, you know, you're going after things, whereas in this game you're trying to stay away from them. Hey there, Shin. How's it going, dude? Xenomorph isn't trying to kill you, it's trying to tell you that your starship's extended warranty is about to expire. Exactly. That's all they're doing. Nothing more, nothing less.
What the hell? Two days after we left? You're kidding me. Sons of bitches!
It isn't on the damn station.
What? Fuck.
Shin, you had to stay up so you could preload Hogwarts Legacy. Oh yeah, so that's coming out soon. Templar, only thing is the game throws you in with the Xenomorph warriors right out of the bag. In Fireteam Elite, they save them as special enemies. Ah, using them for those special missions. Thanks for redeeming that, Jeremy. So your vote has been casted for Plague Tale. Thank you very much. So just to let people know who might not be aware, I have a channel points thing going where there's two redeems. One is for A Plague Tale Innocence to be the next game after this. The other one is for Hellblade. By the end of the stream, the one that has the most redeems will actually be the one that actually wins. However, the one that loses will still be played. It's just that I'll play the losing game after the winning game has been completed. Templar, you hate Xeno Warriors, they're a pain in the ass. Yeah, I don't I don't blame you. That's for sure. And Shin, thank you so much for choosing Hellblade, putting your vote for that game. Not even the strongest special enemy type, but they're still a pain in the ass. Yeah, I guess you can get that, because even small enemies in games can be a damn pain. So there we have it. Sevastopol Station was for sale for a long time. Eventually, Weyland Yutani buy it, but the only reason they do, of course, is because the flight recorder from the Nostromo being there on Sevastopol, and also finding out that the alien was on there and all that type of stuff, they wanted to protect their interests. Because you've got to remember, the alien didn't just arrive the same time that you arrive on the station. It's actually been here for quite a number of days already, if not weeks. And by the time you get here, all hell's breaking loose, of course. And so Weyland Yutani is the actual name of the company. In the first movie, the company isn't given a name, it's just called the company. But in Aliens, it was decided to name them Weyland Yutani. And there's a whole history with that name and all that type of stuff. But Apollo core that Ripley, was actually talking to, is based on what you see in the first movie. There's a core of the Nostromo, the mother, and people go in there and like they talk to it. Obviously, you have to have clearance to be able to go in normally, etc., etc. Templar, but they have a lot more health and come out in pairs, so they aren't small. The drones are relatively small, but the warriors are a lot bigger and walk on 2 legs. Yeah, I haven't played that game. Jin, if you pre-order the deluxe version of Hogwarts Legacy, you're able to play the game 72 hours before the game goes live, which is the 10th. Oh yes, the 10th. Yeah. It's good to get those little extra perks.
Wayland Yutani. Building better worlds.
Got some more amazing music by Jerry Goldsmith from the first Alien movie. Like how they reuse it. I feel like he's one of those composers that in certain circles is underrated. Usually when people think about movie music, they think Hans Zimmer or John Williams. But he did some great music as well. And he wasn't afraid to use new technologies in music in conjunction with, classic stuff. So a lot of his stuff has a lot of electronic influence in it as well, which is kind of cool. The best movie to listen to that has that in it is the Total Recall soundtrack.
You on comms here, Ricardo?
I'm hearing. What's the news?
Apollo's running Wayland Yutani protocols.
It's what?
6 and sold out. Wayland Yutani are in control of Apollo now. It's refusing to lift the lockdown. It says there's something up with the reactor.
You're from the company. Tell it you don't give a shit and to do what you say.
Sorry, Ricardo, but I'm small fry. Me, Samuels, Taylor, we all are. Guess if we amounted to anything, Apollo wouldn't be so ready to see us killed.
Templar, you think warriors are evolved forms of drones? Yeah, I mean, there is a whole evolutionary process of the alien creature. I just know the basics. I don't know the 20-hour investigation versions, so to speak. Like the deep dive, deep cut stuff. I'm not too sure about that. I just know the basics. Starts out as a face hugger in an egg, latches onto your face, impregnates you, a chest burster comes out, then the chest burster grows to an adult alien. I'm not sure how queens are created or, which alien's the 50th cousin removed from the 40th or whatever.
Lower levels of reactor core. Please attend.
Templar, if only they send a fire team to fix this shit. Only thing is colonial marines don't send them to small scale things like this. Fire teams are usually reserved for the really high stakes for important missions. That or they legally can't send anyone for this. Whichever the case may be.
vacate area. Engineering access restricted.
Facility now clear. Apollo informed. A working Joe.
Templar, they're allowed to interfere with Wayland operations. That's probably wise. It's up to her to fix this issue, the real dirty work. Yeah. Yeah, Wayland and Yutani and their shenanigans.
We don't forget the little details when seeing the big picture. We're experiencing a heightened
Templar, Wayland thinks they're the shit until something goes wrong, then they ask for help only to realise the colonial marines won't assist because that's the law. Yeah. Although I think Wayland Yutani should be above the law, shouldn't they?
All local synthetics to reactor facility. Corporate entrance must be protected at all times.
Templar, for having all that money, they're bad at making reliable androids that don't go psycho killer mode. A few won't, but a lot do. Yeah. They haven't quite got that sorted yet. Except, I guess, with Bishop. Is a different story.
This could require my attention. What are you doing here? I'll have to report.
Yeah, the one from Covenant. There's a few diamonds in the shit pile. Yeah. Throughout the series in comic books and all that stuff, I'm sure there's 1,000 androids that they've covered stories of. Templar, that and why the fuck are they dressing the androids in coveralls and rubber boots? They look like fishermen. Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to the point in the game where they're in open areas, so they need to have protective suits on them so that they don't short circuit from the rain if it rains. You'd go psycho killer more mode probably if they made you dressed like that.
Seek them tomorrow, together.
Getting the bolt gun definitely makes things a lot easier.
Us for the journey.
Templar Bishop gets real clothes and a face, but they're stuck looking like albino shrimp fishes.
We don't forget the little details when seeing the big picture. You always know. A working Joe.
This could really do some damage.
Something amiss. Follow me, please.
I like that. I don't want to receive another of these. Stop fucking weaponizing the tools. Well, it's a good thing that the person that was weaponizing the tools in this game actually did so. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this bolt gun, which is going to come in real handy for these android motherfuckers. Especially the ones that have the protective suits on, because the only weapons that can destroy the androids with the suits on is the bolt gun. I don't know about if there's any other methods. So coming up is a great moment. It's one of the things about this game that isn't 100% a twist, really, when you think about it, because it was always a possibility. But nonetheless, I think it was quite effective, especially for those who might not have actually realized.
ever been to the reactor?
Never took that at all.
I did some training in one. Seems like a lifetime ago.
And now we get our weapons back. Not all of them, we still need to get the flamethrower back, but we will.
I'm at the top of the reactor core, Ricardo. Nothing. Got some androids, core control systems, business as usual. I'm gonna have to explore the lower level.
Should be an elevator down somewhere.
And here we go, the moment where some gamers were like, holy fucking shit, did not expect this.
Oh no. God, no.
So it's like, for the whole game, some people were like, oh, there's just one alien that we have to deal with. And then the game's like, haha, just you wait. And then we get to this point and it's like, here's the alien lair, where there's fucking probably, I don't know, at least 20 of them. Or it feels like that from the cutscene, but there's heaps of eggs and hosts as well for face huggers and stuff. Now we get our flamethrower back.
Ricardo, they're all here.
Who?
Everyone that's missing. Everyone. They're trapped in some kind of nest. There are eggs. It's like a farm.
Shit. Just get out of there. Now.
I'll have to restore power to the platform from the conduits down here.
Everyone laughs at you like Christopher Lambert as Raiden, except it doesn't apologise. Exactly. It's the Bully Maguire Raiden. It takes joy in laughing at the fact that you thought there was only one alien. As I said too, like, not everyone would have been shocked. I wasn't, shocked when I got to this part of the game. I was like, I was expecting some kind of reveal like this. Because at certain points you do think to yourself, there must be more than one alien. If you think there's at least two, or three, but no, the game's like, oh yeah, there's more than that. Come on, egg hatch. No, you want to. So that's how you take them out stealthily, but if you notice, your health does actually get taken off you, because obviously the acid blood splashes onto Amanda a little bit. It's that kind of thing which, if you're playing the game on Nightmare mode and it doesn't show you your health bar on the screen, it's one of those things that you can easily forget about, and then all of a sudden you wonder why even when you've hit the facehugger you die. It's because you didn't have much life left.
This isn't good.
One of the things that's great about the sound design in this game is when you know what sound the alien makes when it's actually going back up into an air vent, gives you a good clue as to whether or not it's actually safe. However, obviously, you have to remember that you've also got the vents to actually watch out for, because the alien can come down and kill you, of course. So yeah, that's the best kind of advice I could give for people who haven't played this, is when you do, try and keep notice of what sounds are made and what context they are when the alien's about. Because there's certain sounds that they make which will tell you what they're actually doing. But they can also be cunning. They can go up into an air vent, and then when you start moving they might come back down again, you know, so that can happen too sometimes. Hey there, hippie. Man is on a speed run. Trust me, in this part of the game you definitely don't want to be running. Unless you have a death wish. How's it going, hippie? Welcome. Oh, and thank you so much for redeeming Plague Tale for your vote for next game after this one. Thank you for that, dude. So I've set the redeem so that you can only redeem it like once. And then at the end of the stream I'll count how many redeems have happened for each one. I'm actually keeping track on a document, that information too. But the game that loses won't not be played. The game that loses will just be played after the winning game. Oh, it's going good, hippie. Yeah, I've been having a good Tuesday. It's been going well. And we're up to this really intense part of the game now where the game reveals to you, oh wait, there wasn't just one alien running around. That alien that you thought you got rid of, there was actually more still on the station. forgot you can't whack them when you're inside this enclosed area. Whoops.
Ricardo, I can destroy the nest.
Ripley, you've put yourself in enough danger today.
I can power up all the cores, overload them, and then initiate a reactor purge. It'll destroy everything down there.
Look, I'm not trying to persuade you out of this, Rip. I'd just like it if you didn't die.
This is what's gonna happen. There are emergency overflow circuits that feed excess power into the local capacitor banks on each tower. If I decouple them and discharge the system, the purge will be external. The nest is right in harm's way.
I have no clue what you just said.
Just find something to hold on to.
If you wonder how did the aliens set up all that wall structure, that's actually a good question. I'm sure a comic book or something has actually explained, but in terms of like any of the movies, we haven't actually visually seen them constructing it. We've only ever seen it once it's been done. But it'd be interesting to actually have something illustrated to actually show how it actually, the process and all that. You can, Hippie, yeah, so you got to watch out with your health, because obviously with the acid blood, you take damage each time you do it, so if you have a little bit of health left and you do it, you'll die, but it's definitely good to do that. It's the stealthier way, and that does save a lot of flame arrow as well. Yeah, it can be very easy to just rely on the flame ammo, but then you get to a point where you might be like, oh shit, I don't have much ammo for it left. Hey there, Colt, welcome to you. Happy birthday to you as well. I hope it's going well. Hope you had a good one so far. You got an I am alive personal best. Not a particularly good one, but you got one. Well, that's excellent that you got one. That's for sure. That would be a great feeling to know that you've achieved a personal best. That's awesome, dude. I helped my neighbor out with something this morning, and she said to me, I could marry you. I couldn't believe it. You do something nice for someone, and they threaten to ruin your life in return. Thanks for redeeming that, Mr. Gotai. How's it going, dude? Welcome on in. Hey there, Royal Twix. Hello to you. How's things going for you? Yeah, Mr. Gotai, it's redacted. So there we go. That was the nest. The big reveal. Colt, your problem at the moment is that you opted to record instead of stream, and for some reason your browsers are crashing when you try to upload the video file. Oh, they do? Oh. Geez, just what you don't want to have happen. Hopefully they get sorted so you can actually upload it. That'd be so damn frustrating. Maybe guys, make sure to vote for the next game. Yeah, been getting some votes for both, so that's good to see. Whichever one loses, I'll still play. It's just a matter of which one goes first. And Colt, thank you for redeeming Hellblade. Maybe can't we just find a bolt inside one of the robots? You would think so. Like, you would think that we could. It would make sense. Cold. Honestly, you kind of find not uploading this one. You'll just stream your runs from now on and aim for a better PB during a stream. That's totally understandable too, as well. As long as you're happy with that and you don't mind doing that.
Ricardo, I'm about to purge the nest. Hang tight.
Hazard level maintained at Omega. Multiple unregistered life forms detected throughout Sevastopol. Power levels throughout Sevastopol compromised.
There's still some on the station. Shit. Huh. I'm sorry, Ricardo.
Just get back to the Marshal Bureau, Rip. Please.
Of course, it'd be too easy for all the aliens that were there to be destroyed.
Wait, Rip, something weird's happening.
You think?
I need you to get to medical, now. The reactor purge, it's resetting systems across Sevastopol. Lights, transit, maybe even communications. I think this is our big chance. Just go, now. We might not have much time. I'm heading down to comms.
Yeah, Colt, it really is. And the thing about stuff like that is you could take the view that it was predicted, but in many ways it's just basically looking at what you currently have in technology and thinking to yourself, what could become of this technology? You know, and obviously there's been a lot of things that's in sci-fi that has come to pass. Like, you think about things like Star Trek, where they had their communicator that they would bring out. What is their communicator? It's a small, portable device that they carry around on themselves. Mobile phones, you know. So there's things that have been in science fiction that have actually become reality because they're looking at something that exists, and then they're thinking to themselves, in the future, from our perspective, what could these things become advanced towards? But then you get some stuff that hasn't, you know, like you get fictional things like Back to the Future 2 predicting that we would have the ability to change the weather to be what we want it. So for those who don't know, in Back to the Future series, in the second movie, they go to 2015, which you have to keep in mind, from their perspective, it's 1989 when that movie was made. So they're projecting from 1989 what they think 2015 technology will be. And one of the things that they predicted, which hasn't come to pass, is that the weather service can actually choose what type of weather and for how long that a certain area gets. So for example, if there's a place that really needs rain, they'll turn the rain on. And then when it doesn't need that rain anymore, they'll turn it off. We haven't got to that part in technology yet, but you know, there's just so many examples of that stuff. You know, cars that run on fuel, you know, is something that has been around for a long time. But in Back to the Future 2, it's like energy fuel that powers the vehicles. You know, so things like you know, bananas and all this compost sort of stuff. So they're taking the idea of, you know, compost from that time and then thinking in the future what could compost be like? You know, it's like, oh, okay, we'll have it as a fuel source for your cars and stuff, and have flying vehicles and things like that. Colt, the exponential growth AI advancement likely isn't going to stop. Oh, definitely not. No, that's the thing. It's a constant evolving process, and it's going to keep on going.
Ricardo, I'm at medical. Did you manage to get to comms?
I'm here, but I was too late. Apollo's recovered from the reactor purge and locked out external comms again.
Damn it. So why'd you send me here?
Plan B, Rip. See, before I left, the systems showed a ship approaching Sevastopol. I think it's the Anisadora. Marlowe managed to send out his autocodes to call it in while comms were temporarily open.
We've got to get to it. Is it docking?
No, but it's in a holding position nearby. Head for the ambulance bay. The shuttles are really short range, but they'll make it.
Got it.
Hey there, viewer, welcome on in. I hope it's going well. Thank you for leaving the lurk also, really do appreciate it. We're going to be finishing Alien Isolation today, and there's 2 games that I want to play, but as to which one goes next, it depends on, by the end of this stream, how many people redeem for one game or the other, and then I'll tally that up, and then whichever one wins will be next, and then after that, the one that lost will be next after the winning one. Hey there, Harbinger, welcome. Trying to finish the Foundation DLC, missing 9 documents out of 57. Oh no. Damn. I hate when that happens. Hey there, Gallant. Welcome to you. Thank you so much for redeeming your choice of what game next. So Plague Tale Innocence. So I'm keeping track of how many votes are for each one, and then by the end of this stream, we'll be able to figure out what one is the winning one. Oh my god, Plague Tale. Yeah, I wanted to replay it, especially because I missed out on playing it when I wanted to last year because of technical issues that I now know how to actually fix. So we'll be able to get the dialogue, audio, and cutscenes to be working properly. And Harbinger, thank you for putting your vote through as well, so I'll add that to the list also. Colt, you personally hope that AI continues to be open source. Every closed source advancement seems to eventually get matched by an open source one. That way the latest and greatest AI should be available to everyone. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like all these things that are created, you know, some are created not for public consumption, but there becomes a potential for something, and then they're like, right, let's do a variation of that and actually put it through for people to use, you know, and stuff like that. Gallanth, can you do more points? You got 65,000. Yeah, that's the thing. There's so many people that have a lot of points as well, which is great. It's great to see. Got to keep on coming up with things to redeem. GML Gaming, thank you so much for the follow. You did the mission where you chased the camera on the train. That was fun. The one with the TV in the dark cave. Yeah, that is a great sort of thing. And I really like the music as well that plays in that part.
I see a launch on my terminal. Milo's already taken one of the shuttles.
Fates really did a number on this place.
I'm going to catch you. Don't run. Running causes accidents.
that's already in the system. Just punch the dash.
What about you?
The alien can turn up at that point, and if you're not careful, it can actually follow you in here and kill you. Colt, you know that people say that AI are rife for misuse, but really misuse is an inevitability whether they restrict access or not. This is true, you know, it's like that argument of technology, right? And tools that we use. Like, for example, we know that the general use for a hammer is to use on nails, right? Should we ban hammers because there's some idiots out there who use it to bash someone's head in? That's, you know, one of those sorts of questions, you know, that can be asked. And it's the same with technology, you know. It's like, can AI be used for bad stuff? Of course it can. But I can take a drink of Coca-Cola and I could basically splash it in someone's face while they're driving, which could cause an accident. So should we ban people from drinking Coca-Cola? No. You know, so there's always going to be the negative side of stuff. It's inevitable. You can't prevent the negative side of things from happening. It'd be great if you could, but it's an impossibility. So yeah, with things like technology, obviously there's ways to misuse it, just as there's ways to actually use it for the benefit of things. Lattice, alien, today you die, bitch. Or not. Okie dokie. Hey Lattice, welcome dude. Yeah, we just did the part not long ago where we found that the alien nest, there was an alien nest at the reactor. How's it going, dude? Gareth, lots of people are trying to ban guns because of that argument, which is dumb in your opinion. It's a tool. Respect it. Don't ban it. Yeah, you know, and putting things in place is good, you know, to sort of like help that out too. But, you know, like, should someone who is lawfully possessing a gun and gets attacked in their own home by someone who wants to kill them, should they be unable to use that to actually defend themselves? Of course not. You know, if someone is stupid enough to break into someone's house and wants to kill the person, and that person has a gun, well, what's the person with the gun supposed to do? Just stand there and let them get killed? Of course not. You know, but there's just, I think some of the problems with things is people want to get a general thing done instead of looking at specifics. You know what I mean? Like, they want to have a general banning of this or that, but not actually looking at context and specific things, you know. Like, for example, as I said, you know, you can take a hammer and use it as a weapon, but it's not designed to be used as one. But still.
Moving out of range. Not sure how much longer the link's gonna last. How much longer the link's gonna last.
Garth, by the way, in the state you live in, if someone breaks into your house, by law you're supposed to leave. If you defend your property, then you're in the wrong. That is really ridiculous, Gallanth. That sucks that that's actually the rule where it is. You can defend yourself if they attack you, but not if they try and rob. It's so dumb. That's ridiculous. You know, like, at least give people the ability to, you know, attack first if the person breaks in, because they're invading your place. You know, it's not like they're just, you know, a visitor that you let in and stuff. There's someone that you didn't want to go in. That's ridiculous, Gallanth. That sucks that that's the case there. Your POV is if someone comes in to rob, dead men don't say anything. Yeah, well, that's true too. You know, and there's definitely consequences for people's actions, and sometimes they get away with so much that they think that they'll never get a comeuppance, but sooner or later it does happen. And not always in the way that they're expecting either. There's so many different things, but yeah, if you break into someone's house, because you don't know what the person that you're breaking into actually has, you don't know what defenses they've already got in place, so you're really taking a bit of a gamble as well. I remember seeing on the news a while ago how this person went into and robbed, I think it was a restaurant or something like that, and as they were walking out after robbing the place, they got shot dead by one of the patrons, and that patron is now facing legal action because of what they did. And it's like, well, if you're the person going in doing that stuff, there's a certain amount of risk that's involved. There's definitely consequences like that. Gallant, you remember playing this? You're getting PTSD from seeing those open vents on the ceiling. Yeah, you almost have to have eyes on the top of your head, just as much as at the back and on the bottom of your chin, just to be able to see all the different angles and stuff. It's just crazy. And you can get lulled into a false sense of security too, because you might be focused on something else and then boom, air vent, alien, dead. This mission has one of my favorite things in this game, and especially in relation to the first Alien movie, and also Ellen Ripley as a character, Amanda's mother. And it was so cool that Sigourney Weaver actually came back to play Ripley again, even though her character's not actually awake at this point in time. Currently, as these events are playing out, Amanda's mother, Ellen Ripley, is still asleep in cryosleep, and she won't awaken until 57 years after the first movie's events, and this game takes place 15 years after the movie's events. But Yaphet Kotto, who played Parker, he actually reprised his role for this as well. Harry Dean Stanton, who played was he Parker? Shit, I can never remember their fucking names. Damn, what is his name in that movie? Can't even bloody remember. Brett, that's it. Yeah, so Harry Dean Stanton reprised his role as Brett. Tom Skerritt reprised his role as Dallas. Ian Holm, who unfortunately passed away, at the time he was way too sick to do any vocal work for this game, so they got someone else to do his voice, but they also had his likeness though. And also Veronica Cartwright, who played Lambert, she actually reprised her role as well. Gallanth, you also played this with Dixper, and oh my god, so many jump scares. So what is that, Gallanth? Because I know that this game has a thing where you can basically, if you speak into your microphone or make a noise, the game detects it. Hey there, Cherry Heart. Welcome to you. How's things going for you?
Ricardo, in case you're hearing me, I've got the Anisadora's basic power systems back online. Doors should be open. Hopefully some light. Still no sign of Marlowe.
Yeah, Gallanth.
Hey, Ripley. Welcome to the Anisadora.
Unfortunately, though, it's not on PC that it happens. But yeah, if you have a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox One, or Series S or X, if you have it turned on as an option, you can actually have that happen. But also head wobble. So if you've got like a camera and you move your head too much, that can also basically affect things.
Marlowe? Where are you, Marlowe?
Thanks for switching the power back on. You saved me a job. I only needed it offline temporarily. I have some things to fix.
It's going great, thanks, Cherry. Things are going well. Going to be finishing this game today.
Maybe you want to join my crew. Plenty of free spots.
Ripley, Marlowe double-crossed me. He said he'd give me all the data he had on the creature so I could take it to the company, but he...
Taylor? Taylor! Marlowe, what are you doing?
What no one else seems prepared to do. Come find me, Ripley. I got something for you.
Thanks, Cherry. The thing about Marlowe is, objectively, he actually is right in what he wants to do. Hey, Shin. There will be more human enemies coming up later, but I think after that point there's no more. You're doing a New Game Plus run in Far Cry 5, are you? Oh, cool. I didn't realize that those games have New Game Plus. When did they start doing that with those?
I tried to save Father. Brought him to Sebastopol. Broke all the rules, getting her ashore. That was stupid of me. Stupid. You don't beat this thing, Ripley. You can. All you can do is refuse to engage. You gotta wipe out every trace, destroy any clue, stop its infection from spreading, make sure there's no chance of the human race ever making contact with it again. Because the moment it makes contact, it's won. The company's never gonna know what happened here. Nobody is. I won't allow it.
You do not know Far Cry 5 is the first one you completed. Ah, I got you, Shin. That's fair enough. Sigourney Weaver's acting in just a small capacity in this game is just amazing. This message that she left for Amanda, which at the time when she made the message, she didn't know what was going to happen. She certainly didn't realize that she wouldn't be waking up from cryosleep until 57 years later. But yeah, Sigourney's performance in saying this message that we're going to hear soon is almost as if she recorded that dialogue back in 1979 for the movie, but it's completely new for this game. The first playthrough was just to get New Game Plus. This time you'll take your time to get achievements. That's understandable too. That's a good way to do it.
Added report. Personal message. This is for my daughter. Hi, Amanda. I'm recording this for you, my sweetheart, and I hope you get to hear it one day. You see, I got into trouble. My ship, there was an accident, sweetheart, and we found an alien creature. It was very dangerous. And the only way we could stop it was to destroy the ship. I'm okay. I'm stuck on this lifeboat, long way out. But we had to destroy the ship. We had to destroy the Nostromo. We just couldn't risk bringing that thing home with us. I needed to protect you. Don't worry. Don't worry about me. I'm sure I'll see you very soon. I love you, sweetheart.
My God.
Now you understand. I'm going to overload the fusion reactor.
That'll turn the reactor into a goddamn nuke. You'll destroy the ship and the station.
It'll annihilate every trace of that creature. Ripley, it's the only way. I can't let it live. And I'm not letting the company have it, or they'll just start the whole thing over again.
Listen to me! We don't have to do this!
Stop! Stop it, Marlo!
Marlo, please.
You heard what your mother did. She understood. If she was here, she'd be helping me. You think she would want company suits knowing the zip code of that creature? No one must know.
There are still people alive on the station! Marlo!
Foster's not. She was my wife. I loved her. And I killed her.
I think I was too late. He set it going. He set it going!
Taylor, I'll stop the overload. You have to help me. Go to that console.
Warning. Fusion reactor overload in progress.
Open the fusion system so I can work on them.
What?
I need power sent to the auxiliary generator. Look for the letters AUX.
I found it!
Okay, you're doing good, Taylor. Now switch the maintenance terminal from auto to manual. Do you see it?
I can't find it!
It'll be there, Taylor. Trust me. That's it. ship's gonna tear itself apart!
Warning. Critical collapse. Warning. Critical collapse.
That's okay, Cherry. No problem at all.
Service offline.
Ricardo.
Ripley, the Isidore blast took out the orbital stabilizers. We're about to fall from the sky. I'm trying to contact the Torrens, but the comms are still locked. The ambulance you just docked is screwed. The Torrens is our only way off this.
So there we go, a lot went on there. And the message that
Broadcast from the lane just updated.
Hello, Sevastopol. Can you respond? We just saw a ship blow on your starboard side, took out an entire orbital stabilizer array. We have no place to dock. Please, tell us what's going on in there. We can take survivors. I'll leave this channel open. Torrens out.
So that message that was recorded for Amanda is made for this game. It wasn't actually done for the first movie, but Sigourney Weaver does such a great job that it actually feels like it was something that she actually recorded back in 1979 for the first movie, but it's actually completely new dialogue recorded for this game. And it adds a really nice touch to this whole game story as well. And it's very tragic for Amanda because she still doesn't get any closure about what happened to her mother, beyond the fact that she knows that the Nostromo was destroyed and that the alien creature was on board, and that's the reason why it was destroyed. But she won't ever see her mother ever again, and her mother will never see her ever again either. Shin, despite being 73 years old, Sigourney Weaver is still... Oh, okay, Shin. Yeah. This... Cherry, so cool. It really is. Yeah, it was great that she reprised the role. She's a great actress, actually. One of the other movies that she's really good in is the first Ghostbusters movie. Especially the scene when she's possessed by Zool and she's like, "There is no Dana, only Zool." So well done. I was reading that Amanda Ripley doesn't actually die in the way that her mother Ellen is told in the Aliens movie. That they doctored the image of Amanda as an old woman. And to me, like, here's what I would have done with a sequel. So the sequel to this game would have been, I think, Amanda gets... There is actually a sequel. It's a mobile game, but I'm saying if they were to have done a proper sequel, I think after the end of this game, what could happen is Amanda gets picked up by Weyland Yutani, and they are basically transporting her to a prison. And basically the ship crashes, which, you know, in a way is kind of like, oh, of course it will crash. But the idea would be that Ripley actually lands on a planet where there's some human survivors, but they've been trying to survive against the alien creature, which is also on that planet. And so instead of just being on a space station, in the sequel you'd have a more open aspect to it, but at the same time you'd still have the areas that you explore that are very isolated in that. And the humans have been there for a while now, and they've managed to be able to survive, you know, the alien encounter and stuff like that. They've actually got, you know, defenses and things set up. So it's not like they've been stranded there for like 2 months. They've probably been stranded there by 10 years or something at this point, you know. And so when she's there, she meets these new people. And anyway, long story short, something goes wrong. Like there's a traitor or someone who actually works for the company who's been biding their time the whole time for a way to, you know, get off the planet or whatnot. And so they're trying to stop you from killing all the aliens on the planet. But a third game could have Amanda almost finding where her mother is, but not being able to. So therefore keeping the tragedy of the fact that they never see each other again. But have it that Ellen actually finds out that her daughter was still alive somehow. I don't know, it's a bit convoluted with the movies because there's so many things that happen that'd be hard, I think, for the character to have recorded a message like that. But anyway, if they did a proper sequel, I would have liked it to actually take place on a planet. Still have the claustrophobic stuff, like it wouldn't be an open world game either. Like it wouldn't be like, you know, 1,000 collectibles in the game that you go and find and you do side quests and stuff like that. It wouldn't be that kind of game. It's just that the setting this time would be on a planet, not on a space station. Alright, so we have some human enemies here now, which means that if they detect me and start shooting, there's no alien creature, I think, that can kill them at this point. It's just androids. But I don't want to find out the hard way. But yeah, I can't kill them. I can use my stun baton and knock them out, but I can't actually kill them.
We've got company. Season security just came through. Guns in hand, not friendly. I had to hide under a desk.
What do they want?
The Torrens. They heard.
Can they?
Don't make this hard.
Guns are still out.
Your
Stay
problem.
clear of them,
I will
though.
see
Dangerous
this over.
and desperate.
Better stay back.
Ricardo.
Ripley, the Anisadora blast took out the orbital stabilizers. We're about to fall from the sky. I'm trying to contact the Torrens, but the comms are still locked. The ambulance you just docked is screwed. The Torrens is our only way off this. The broadcasting delay just abated.
Hello, Sevastopol. Can you respond? We just saw a ship blow on your starboard side, took out an entire orbital stabilizer array. We have no place to dock. Please, tell us what's going on in there. We can take survivors. I'll leave this channel open. Torrens out.
Welcome to Seegson Communications. Please sign in at reception.
We've got company. Season security just came through. Guns in hand, not friendly. I had to hide under a desk.
What do they want?
The Torrens. They heard the broadcast. They want to contact it. I think they plan on taking it by force.
Can they?
No, comms are still out. Stay clear of them though. They're dangerous and desperate.
should have just killed him. Get it. What the?
Orbital stabilizers operating at 80% and falling.
Shh. What was that? Hey, something's out there.
Don't come back here. You came this walk around. You're outnumbered.
Just how much left until you finish Alien Isolation, ending the stream right after? So we're currently up to chapter 16, so I'll be ending the stream in about an hour, so I've got an hour to get through the game. So I might do that, but it's Tuesday for me, so that's always a split stream day.
The broadcast from the lane just updated.
Hello, Sevastopol. Can you respond? We just saw a ship blow on your starboard side, took out an entire orbital stabilizer array. We have no place to dock. Please, tell us what's going on in there. We can take survivors. I'll leave this channel open. Torrens out.
Hey, you can't shoot me. It's me, Annie. I've been sent to kill the aliens with my bare arms, because I have the right to bear arms. Full of protein. God bless America. Thanks for redeeming that Arnie impression, hippie. Yeah. Arnie would just be like obliterating all the aliens. Thanks, Royal.
Seeks and communications. Please sign in at reception.
We've got company. Season security just came through. Guns in hand, not friendly. I had to hide under a desk.
What do they want?
The Torrens. They heard the broadcast. They want to contact it. I think they plan on taking it by force.
Can they?
No, comms are still out. Steer clear of them though. They're dangerous and desperate.
Hughes, it's Ransom. I just got your query. Yes, I have been in our transmission relay
It's like,
archive, and I've
whoops.
done some decrypting. I'm looking for crew logs that passed through Sevastopol a while ago. I know you're concerned, but it's ancient history. There's just some stuff I need to know. A routine company transmission packet sent from the edge of Thetis before a ship started its trip home. Nothing that's gonna break anything.
This is Captain Dallas, logging an initial report from the return leg of our
Stabilizers
Thetis voyage.
operating at 80% and falling.
When we get back home, I want a meeting with a shipping coordinator. My usual science officer has been replaced. No reason given. The new guy is more than capable, I'm sure, but only getting 2 days' notice for this kind of thing is crazy. I'd just like an explanation.
We'll make it through this, I
We'll
promise.
be ready for our load when we get the call. Dallas, Nostromo Captain, signing off.
So Dallas in the Alien movie was played by Tom Skerritt, and he actually returned to do that voice work we just heard.
What the?
Orbital stabilizers operating at 60% and falling.
Ripley,
You okay?
listen. Marlowe's permissions are still logged at this terminal. If If we had the coordinates for the torrents, we could align the transmitter dishes manually, bypass Apollo completely.
There's an observatory near the comms array, right?
Yeah. We should be able to find the torrent's coordinates using that. I'll get the door for you.
Orbital stabilizers operating at 40% and falling.
Shin H.R. Giga designed the Xenomorphs, eggs, chest bursters, and face huggers. He also designed the mic stand for Jonathan Davis. That's right, he did too. Yeah, I mean, talk about an artist whose work went beyond just, you know, the work that he had done for his own, you know, art stuff. But, you know, his nightmarish visions are what gave a big advantage as well to Alien, you know, and 20th Century Fox wasn't actually on board straight away for him to be involved in the project. So I'm glad that Ridley Scott stuck to his guns and insisted. It goes back to what I was saying, how the first Alien really is a B concept done in A grade form. It could have easily been done as like just another B grade horror movie, which there's nothing wrong with those, of course, but it got elevated to A grade status because of the people involved and the decisions that were made and the design choices that were done and all the people who worked on it, you know. So H.R. Giga was a genius. Yeah, I mean, his work was definitely unique.
That ship's out there waiting for us. Apollo won't let me in. Try your codes again. Okay.
So these human enemies that we have here, they will die as part of how things go, unless you kill them at this point, obviously. But if you sneak by and you get to where we need to go, when we come back through this area, the alien is automatically here and killing them, so that won't count against me. And besides, there's no real punishment if I do accidentally kill a human enemy, besides just reloading my last save. But I wanted to do a playthrough that was a little bit different to the kind of ones that I've done in the past. And at the same time too, it's a good chance to get an extra achievement. Not that I'm big on achievements anymore, but I figure there's an achievement to be gotten by doing this game differently for a playthrough so I can have it feel fresh, then it's good to do that. And so obviously for the purposes of the achievement, I would need to reload the save anyway. Hey there, Levy. Good morning to you as well. How's things going with you? It's going good. Yeah, we're almost finished. Like, there's still a couple of levels left, but we're almost there. Levy, tired but good. How are you? That's quite a combination. I am glad to hear that you're going good, for sure. Hope you're having a good morning where you are. And I'm going great, having a good week so far. And it was so cool to get a PS5 finally. So that's been a highlight of the week so far.
Ricardo, I found them.
Now you've got to align the dishes to the tolerance position manually.
Check. I'm going outside.
Yeah, it really is, Levy. Long time coming. The funny thing is, the last PlayStation console I bought was a PS2. So that's quite a long time between purchases of a PlayStation console. And the funny thing is too, when I got my PS1, it was 3 years after the PS1 came out. And I'm pretty sure it's been 3 years now since the PS5 come out. So it's funny how things can follow a pattern sometimes. But yeah, I went with the digital version. It was cheaper. It was 650 Australian dollars to get just the controller, the console, digital. And it was better to get that, I felt, than getting the disc drive version, which was more expensive. There was actually two other ones. There was one that was about 700 or 750, and that was the same kind of thing. I think it was no game, but controller and the console, but it was a disc drive console. But then the other one was 2 controllers, God of War Ragnarok, which was $900 Australian. So I was just like, yeah, I'll go with the 650 because I felt that was a decent price considering prices here in Australia for stuff. It was kind of like a little bit more than what I would have liked to pay for ultimately. I would have rather like $500, somewhere around there, but hey. I was like, this is my opportunity. They said they had heaps, but you never know if that's just sales talk. They might not have had heaps. That is a bit levy. It's just crazy. You know, the prices for stuff here. It's just ridiculous sometimes. Hippie, are we in the solar system? The gaseous giant in front of us looks like Jupiter. Can't land on Jupiter. There's no land or gas, and then core is there. Oh, really? Yeah, I don't exactly know if it's in the same galaxy as the Milky Way, or if it's somewhere else. I assume it's still around there, but I'm not too sure. I mean, I am a fan of Alien and stuff, but I'm an intermediary fan. I don't know everything in detail, because there's so much stuff, like, so much lore to the series. There's been comic books and stuff for so long as well. So still have human enemies, but next time we come past this part, the alien will automatically be here killing them.
When Sevastopol starts to fall.
This is the top speed, by the way, you can't run. Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot hippie. So much of it. This is your first real chance to get like a semi-close-up look of the station. You do see what the station looks like from a far-away view, but it's a good opportunity in the game to actually just have a look at how big the station is.
Punch in the coordinates at the terminal.
This is another great example of this game's sound design. Maxi, what? Oh, how bullshit is that? Jesus Christ, dude. That really sucks that that happened. Like, what? Ugh. The meeting was going to be completely remote. That is so bullshit, you know, considering you would have had to, you know, get ready, get dressed, you know, do all that stuff, travel over there, and then, what? Ah. Like, in this day and age, there's no excuse for, you know, at least someone, you know, you'd think someone who's actually higher up, who's actually involved would, you know, let all people know. You know, text message, email, you know. That's ridiculous, Maxi. That really sucks, dude. Would have just been a simple thing for them to let you know beforehand. Oh yeah, Maxi, I don't blame you at all. Just definitely wouldn't stay the whole day, that's for sure. That's just really a lot of bullshit. I mean, it's not like you just live next door to the place either as well, you know.
Torrance, this is Ripley on the station. Are you reading me, Verlaine?
Ripley, what the hell is going on over there?
Bad things, Torrance. There's an alien organism here. It's deadly. We need urgent extraction.
A what?
There's no time to explain. Please, Verlaine.
There's nowhere for us to dock, Ripley. The station's tearing free from its gravity mooring. I've seen a towing platform below the spaceflight terminal, but the Torrance umbilical isn't built for it. You'll need to extend the tow platform clamp station side.
Just get into position.
Hippie, our planetary receiving antennas sometimes receive radio waves from millions or billions of light years away. Wonder what is there. Absolutely, Hippie. You know, the possibilities that are still there for, you know, so much stuff. It's just amazing when you think about it. You know, we've got all of outer space, but also all of, you know, underwater here on Earth that still hasn't been charted, and, you know, who knows what things we'll eventually find. There was that, what was it called? I think it was the James Webb telescope. I remember sort of keeping an eye on that. I've seen some of the images that we've gotten back from that. It looks amazing. I think there was one image where it looked like fingers on a hand. Mr. Goatee, a megalodon space shark. Oh yeah. Might cause a sharknado.
Ricardo, get ready to move. We're leaving.
This means I'm hiding things.
Ricardo? Ricardo, do you copy? Ricardo, come in.
Your assigned evacuation point and await instructions.
So those human enemies started shooting at the alien without me interfering, so that doesn't count against me. Mauler, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you very, very much, dude. Welcome in, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Hippie, you wouldn't be surprised if an ancient civilization of human species, or a species similar to humans, has made it to outer space before the civilization ended due to catastrophe. Well, that's the thing. There's so many possibilities that we just don't know, you know. So there's still a lot of stuff that is very much like a part of imagination, but could be reality as well eventually, if not now. Hey there, Desmond. Welcome to you as well. Hope everyone's going well. Mauler, you love when Twitch balks the raid. You got no timer, no indication, only half the group rated over. Really, Mauler? So no timer at all or indication? That really sucks. Especially when it's something that's out of your control too. But dude, still thank you so much for the raid. I really do appreciate it. Crimson Fury, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, it's going well, Mauler. I don't know if I'll finish in this stream. I'm kind of running out of time before I needed to end, but if not, I can always just finish it off later, because I'll be doing a split stream today anyway. Right, now I'm stuck. Now I'm not. Hate when that happens in games. Molly, I mean, you rated with 20 and it only pulled 10 over weird twitchiness. But Rod and friends, you need to get to bed. You went very much longer than you expected with the kitty. We'll see you for Hogwarts. That's definitely no worries at all, Mauler. Thanks again for the raid. Really sucks that Twitch messed up for you though. Thank you so much for doing that, and I don't blame you as well, having a long stream with that game. It looked really, really cool, and it seems like you're enjoying it, so I'm glad that you are. Definitely is a game that I want to play, and can play now that I have a PS5, so that's good. But want to highly recommend people check out Mauler's channel if you haven't before. He started a playthrough of Stray, playing through that game. He also most recently finished a game of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag as well, also doing the Freedom Cry DLC. He's going to be playing Hogwarts Legacy. In the future, he'll be doing Assassin's Creed Unity. Actually, or is it Rogue? I can't remember now if you've done Rogue or not, Mauler. But highly recommend checking out Mauler's channel if you haven't before. He also plays Goose Goose Duck as well, and Grounded, and has a great community, very positive chat, and you'll definitely have a great time as well. 3 a.m. is it for you? Damn, so that is really, really late from that perspective. And GG's on finishing Stray as well. Glad that you had fun. Good that you were able to get it done in one stream. and you haven't played anything beyond AC4. Cool. So it'd be interesting to see what you think of the other games. Absolutely no worries, Mauler. I hope you have a really good sleep, for sure. Hope you have a good rest. Oh, Desmond, that's absolutely fine too. Thank you for joining the raid as well, and I also hope that you have a great sleep too. Thank you so much for leaving the lurk. Really appreciated. Hey, I'll try not to, Mauler. But you know that Xeno, it always wants a hug, so it'll try its best and hardest to make sure that happens.
Ricardo? Oh God. Ricardo. Oh no.
Rest in peace. He was a great character. Wish he didn't die. Hey, Geo, welcome. I've been going really good, thank you. How's things going for you? I think I changed my channel name since the last time you were in. Thanks for joining. This is another great piece of music that was done for this game. Okay, so human enemy died, but we had nothing to do with it. Geo, yeah, you had to look into the game section to make sure it was you. You've been good, school and other stuff have been on your plate right now. Oh, that's totally understandable too, as well, Geo. I hope that that's all going well. And yeah, I decided to change the channel name to make it shorter. But I also wanted to drop the horror theme of the channel and the channel name. Because as much as I do like horror games and do play them, that's not my sole focus on the channel. So I wanted to make sure that people who were coming to the channel were coming to it not expecting that and being disappointed that it wasn't, you know. And I'd rather people, before they come to my stream, get a little bit of an idea of what types of games that I'll be playing. So for me to be like with a horror name, I kind of felt like it was implying that that's all that I played. Oh. Fucking human enemy shooting me. Fucking prick. Maybe the alien is just going around snacking. That is true. Oh shit. I thought the game auto-saved. Alright. It didn't. Alright, I'm running out of time, so I don't think I'll be finishing the game in this stream, but...
required before using airlock.
Oops, wrong way. Which is a shame because we're pretty close to the end. So the next stream of this will probably be like 30 minutes, but...
Ricardo? Ricardo, do you copy?
Oh, it has Geo, yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I actually came up with it halfway through last year, but I wanted to wait until this year started to actually do the switch. Shooting the alien will not do anything, dude. For all the good that shooting the alien does, you may as well have been blowing on it. You'll do just as about the same amount of damage, i.e. none.
Ricardo? Oh God. Ricardo. Oh no.
This would be a good point to save again. Alright, so sorry to have to do this, but I'm going to call it a stream now, and then that way at least there'll be still a chunk of game to do, so that the stream won't be just half an hour when I come back. But I will be taking a break, and I'll take it a bit earlier because of that fact, but also the timing will be better if I do it that way. Yeah. Because there's still a bit to do, and the fact that I have to get through without killing these human enemies, and there's some soldiers here in the next part, and probably die a few times, and all that kind of stuff. So this is where I'm going to call it a stream, and I'll be back in an hour and 30 minutes to finish off this playthrough. Geo, you've been without a laptop for a while now, so your iPad and phone are your only ways to use Twitch right now, and the UI on both isn't the best. Your iPad is nice to play some chess with though, so that's what you were doing right before this. Yeah, and the latency is just atrocious. That really sucks. You know, you would think by this point that they've made sure that things like that are actually optimized. You know what I mean? Like, because there's no excuse really. Ibio, yeah, the app version of Twitch is not that great to say the least. Quite buggy, especially with channel points. That really sucks that it is. Yeah, you could do Twitch through the browser on your iPad, which helps, but still laggy in terms of chatting. You've also gotten back into Magic the Gathering, so you play that quite often. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I never actually played that myself, but I imagine it'd be great to get back to that game as well. Hope that it's been going good and that you've been enjoying it. And yeah, that's the other thing too, the lag and stuff with Twitch. Once again, since it didn't get saved the previous time. That's right. Requiescat in pace, Ricardo, again. No worries, lad. Have a good break. Thank you so much for redeeming that, hippie. There's some things I want to do first, though, before I literally end as well. Especially with what game will be replacing Alien Isolation as well. Geo, good seeing you again, just in case you don't come back. Oh, that's absolutely no worries at all, Geo. Thank you so much for stopping in. I'm glad that you're able to find the channel again, especially since I had changed the name from what it was before. Thank you so much for popping in. You have a good one. So the choice of game was going to be dependent on which game actually got the most votes out of 2. I've now disabled both of those options because this is the end of this stream, and I said that at the end of this stream that I'd actually be deciding which game it was, and let's have a look. So one game we had 6 people vote, and for another game we had 4. And so the next game that will be played after Alien Isolation is A Plague's Tale: Innocence. So that's going to be the next game. I'll update my About Me and all that type of stuff to reflect that. And that means that when that game is done, when Plague Tale is done, the other option, which was Hellblade, will actually be played. So the other game, for those who voted for it, I still will be playing it. But yeah, that's the winner of this. And what I'm going to do is the people who voted for Hellblade and it didn't win, I'm actually going to refund your points just out of fairness. And yeah, so that's the next game that we'll be doing. A Plague Tale: Innocence. I won't be doing the sequel though. There is a sequel. I've already played it. I played it last year and it was great, but I'm just going to play through the first one because I was going to last year, but I had an issue with the dialogue, audio and cutscenes not actually being, I think it was very small volume no matter what I did. But another game that I was having that problem with was the one where I figured out how to fix it, so I'm now able to actually play A Plague Tale: Innocence again. So it's good to get to that again. It's kind of like making up for that other playthrough that I couldn't get finished. But yeah, that'll be the next game. I just want to thank everyone so much who used their channel points to vote. But as I said, those who voted for the other game, which was Hellblade, you'll get your you'll get your channel points refunded, because I've got an activity feed here that allows me to see who used which redemption and stuff like that. But yeah, that'll be the next game. Will be Plague Tale. I'll just take this pinned message off the top. Unpin this message. Something went wrong, did it? Unable to unpin the message. Twitch? I'll just refresh. Maybe it's just not coming up. There we go, now it's gone. Plague Tale is such a great game. Oh yeah, it really, really is. Such a great duology of games. Like, I'm really looking forward to replaying Innocence again. And it's going to be, you know, one of those experiences where I'll notice things that I missed the first time around. Yeah, hippie. Yep, so that's the winning one. Such cool and unique mechanics in Plague Tale. There really is. You know, I like the slingshot as a weapon. Also, that was quite cool. Maxi, yes please, you need a refund for your 500,000 channel points. Now that would be a lot of channel points to redeem. And that is a lot of channel points. So the other thing is that I'm going to be changing my About Me, and I'm going to do that now, actually. And I'm going to put up on my About Me a teaser image of what I am going to be streaming when it's Wednesday for me. But I'm not going to actually reveal what I'm streaming on Wednesday until I'm about to go live with the game. But at the very least, I'm going to actually update things so I can add the image. There is kind of like a little hint and a clue in it of what it might be, but I'm not actually going to reveal that, obviously. So even if you guess correctly, I won't be answering yes. Alright, so that's there. Just need to rearrange the tiles. There we go. I think that should have gone through fine. Yep, so I now have added on Wednesday a teaser kind of thing for what it will be. And I just need to do something here for a moment. Boom, there we go. Alright. Geo, he's playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure 2 next. No. Definitely not a game like that. That's for sure. Hi there, the Steel Slayer. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate that. Just about to end the stream, but thank you so much for the raid, though. I really do appreciate you doing that. And thank you for the follow as well. Cheers, I appreciate it. So for those who are new to the channel, I stream every day. Because I'm in Australia, my time zones mean that I might be a day ahead. So what I do is I say, if you see me streaming such and such a game, then you know it's become a different day for me. So it's currently still Tuesday here, and on Tuesdays I do a split stream. So after the end of this stream, I'm going to be taking a break, and when I come back in about an hour and 30 minutes, I'll be streaming this game again. But we also will be doing another game to replace Alien Isolation, and it's going to be a Plague Tale Innocence as well. So that will become my Monday and Tuesday game after I've finished Alien Isolation. My Monday game to Wednesday game last week was actually Mass Effect 1, but I finished that playthrough. On Thursdays I do Red Dead Redemption 2, and on Fridays I always do a Tomb Raider stream, so I'm currently doing a Shadow of the Tomb Raider No Death Challenge. And on the weekends I play Assassin's Creed, and I'm currently doing my annual series run of that too, so we're on Assassin's Creed 1. So that's the games that I currently have. and on Fridays when I finish one Tomb Raider game, I just replace it with another. Friday's always a Tomb Raider game of one or another, and the weekends is always Assassin's Creed, even outside of my annual playthroughs. So whatever game I finish, I just replace it with another game and keep on going. Whereas days Monday to Wednesday, they can change and have different games that go through. Thursdays, though, is going to still be Red Dead Redemption 2 for pretty much the whole year as well. But yeah, I just want to thank everyone so much for watching this stream. I'll be back in an hour and a half with Alien Isolation again. We're almost finished the game, so when I finish the game, I'll be jumping straight into A Plague Tale: Innocence. Probably have like a 5-minute break in between, of course, but it will mean though that the Plague Tale: Innocence stream won't be a long one, but it'll be good to get a head start on it anyway. And when I say not a long one, usually my not a long stream ends up being 5 hours, so we'll just see how we go. But yeah, just want to thank everyone so much. I really appreciate it. And before I go, just want to give some shout outs here. There we go. So I would like to highly recommend people check out those streamers. And the Steel Slayer, thank you so much for the raid again. There's also a shout out there for you too. So I want to highly recommend checking out Maxi, Mr. Gotai, Lightus, and the Steel Slayer. So Maxi has been doing some Last of Us Part 1. He's actually playing that parallel to the HBO series. So when there's a new episode of the HBO series, he'll watch that, and then he'll play up to the point in that part of the story in the game. So doing kind of like a bit of a unique playthrough with that. He's also a big fan of the Final Fantasy series and a lot of other JRPGs as well. He's also an Assassin's Creed fan, doing his series playthrough of that. He's taking a break from the series to do The Last of Us Part 1, but the most recent Assassin's Creed he finished was Unity, and the next one he's going to be doing is Syndicate. So definitely recommend checking out Maxi. Mr. Gote as well was playing some Dead Space remake. He's also a fan of other horror stuff like Outlast and The Quarry and games of that nature. He's also a big fan of Ghost Recon as well as Assassin's Creed also. Lightus does a lot of retro stuff. He's a big fan of the Resident Evil games as well as Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken and Streets of Rage. So does a whole lot of really cool retro kind of content. And the Steel Slayer was doing some Alien Isolation as well. Oh, nice. That's cool. I hope that your playthrough's going well. It's such a great game. I always like to replay it. So I hope that whether it's your first experience or a replay, I hope it's been going well for you. So highly recommend checking out those streamers if you haven't before. And I will be back in what will now be an hour and 20 minutes with Alien Isolation to finish off the playthrough. So if you see me streaming this, it's still Tuesday. If you see me streaming A Plague Tale: Innocence, it's still Tuesday, because I'll start that game today as well. Thank you so much, Maxi. I definitely will, dude. That's for sure.